really impressive for me.
No kidding. I'm the
I
same
can't.
way. It poops in like everywhere. I can't make it stop. It doesn't eat either. So how can it poop if it doesn't eat? I just don't understand.
Does Jeff know that I got fired before I know I got fired?
Well, yeah,
Let me check my work email, make sure it still works.
that's fine then. I
Let's
just want to
see.
be that guy is all I'm saying. Just, we might be able to do that.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be totally awesome.
You're gonna take me off their mailing list. It's gonna happen. We don't really. We don't need everyone on our list anymore. This gym guy. So yeah, we're in the money.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Now you can live in the lap of luxury and do your
That's
blog.
right.
Bet you she loved that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Me too, buddy. Let's do this.
All right, you got the stopwatch up,
No, I do not.
so you are ready to go. All right, and 3, 2, 1, start. Hi, and welcome to 15 Minutes of Fame. I'm Jeffrey Driscoll.
And I'm Jim Kerr.
Well, Jim, you were just we're doing this a little bit late because you were away. Where were you, and what were you doing, sir?
Washington D.C.
D.C.
Probably the hottest place in the world.
Really, eh?
As far as I could gather. Was there to see Manchester United face Barcelona.
And?
2 win for Man U. And I checked out Nationals game. So it was a very sport film. We did a lot of biking too. I guess that's sports related.
Nice,
also.
nice.
Yeah, lots of physical activity in the sweltering heat.
How was the soccer?
It was 81,007 something hundred people there. It was
Wow.
an insane amount of people. Great atmosphere. It was fun to see it all up close. We had pretty good seats by some fluke, so
Yeah.
that was nice too. But oh yeah, $9 beers.
Oh,
Can't beat it.
wow. Wow. And how about the baseball game?
That was fun too. It was even hotter that day.
Yeah.
People just dripping sweat at every corner. But yeah, I like going to different ballparks if I get a chance. So I got my Nats hat right here.
Nice. Very nice.
It doesn't say Nationals on it, which is disappointing. But
Nice joke.
I
like
asked
that.
if they had any in the typo pile, but
You would.
no dice.
Nice.
Not in my size.
Okay, let's get to the rundown here. Edmonton's mayor has met with the Premier of Alberta and put in a request for the $100 million that the city and the Cates Group are short for that proposed downtown arena. What's the latest there? Are we going to get the money here, Jim?
Well, now it comes down to the politics of the whole thing.
Of course it does.
There's the potential for money. There's a program that the government has where they give money to municipalities, and it's kind of up to them to use on public infrastructure. The province won't force you to use it on blank project. So there's the chance that all or some of that money could come. I guess now it comes down to the political wrangling. The money might come, and then council might decide to use it on something else even, which I know some city councillors aren't too jazzed about it going to the arena, but it's a positive step because there was a time not too long ago where they were saying absolutely no for money.
Yeah.
So now we're at least getting an opportunity maybe to get some of that money and maybe get the project kind of underway.
I mean, we've kind of said all along, this is going to happen. It's going to happen eventually here. It's just how much, and who is willing to give it. It's nice to see, yes, this is a positive step. For me, there's a lot of political wrangling going on, a lot like the debt ceiling thing here in the United States. It's just get it done already is my personal opinion there.
I was just glad the U.S. economy didn't collapse while I was there because, I changed my money and everything.
That's right. Oilers goaltender Nikolai Khabibulin dropped the appeal of his DUI conviction in Arizona and will spend some time in jail this summer. In fact, he's there right now. Jim, what does Nikolai Khabibulin now have in common with Charles Barkley, Mike Tyson, and rapper DMX?
Well, that would be Tent City.
Very nice.
In Phoenix, because his crime happened in Maricopa County, which falls under the jurisdiction of Sheriff Joe Arpaio.
Right.
The self-proclaimed or proclaimed by other people toughest sheriff in the land kind of deal. And these guys have to wear pink bits of clothing to, I guess, Although that was before pink became in.
Right.
And they might tell you it's salmon.
Yeah.
But tents. They sleep in tents outside, and I guess it gets really hot in those in that tent city area, like 20, 30 degrees hotter than it already is in Phoenix.
Oh, jeez.
So that might be tough for them, but.
Sounds like Khabibulin is in the work release program, so he doesn't have to wear the pink undergarments and other things. However, he does have to stay in Tent City, which, rightfully so. But at least he'll be around for training camp if he can, get a job with the Oilers.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's probably best to just get this thing over with rather than drag it out for another Lord knows how long.
Let's talk what everybody else is talking about around the NHL in the summer. Of course, it's slow, so they're talking about anything. Dry Island is the trending topic these days. Reports out of Philadelphia say one of the reasons Mike Richards and Jeff Carter were traded this offseason was because they didn't follow a thing called Dry Island. What's going on there, Jimmy?
Yeah, apparently there was players on the team. It was something that Peter Laviolette started where they had to commit to not drinking for a month, and Mike Richards says it was just something that some guys did, not everybody did. It sounds almost like people are trying to find a reason for, why'd they trade these guys? But here's the question. If their drinking was such a bad problem, or such a big problem, why did they sign them both to long-term contracts?
No kidding, totally.
I think it's probably more a case of people trying to find an angle for why they got traded, other than just a shakeup of the organization after a disappointing year.
It's a long summer, Jim.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Let's face it, though. They needed goaltending.
Yeah.
They had to pay for goaltending, and in order to pay Ilya Bryzgalov that unbelievable sum of money, they had to get rid of a couple of their long-term, high-paid guys.
Absolutely.
But still, it's kind of funny.
It's extremely funny.
Where these storylines come from, and I don't know. You're hearing a lot of what happens in the room stays in the room kind of stuff.
Like it's Vegas.
It probably should. That sort of stuff, it probably should.
Reports say that the Winnipeg Jets have sold over $200,000 worth of merchandise since the logo was unveiled, all the way back on July 22nd, despite the logo being, by all accounts, pretty average. They'll probably double that number when the jerseys come out. Is it good to see the place buzzing like that?
I think it's positive because in order for that team to work, they need basically 100% support.
That's right.
So if the stuff's flying off the racks, that's good. The logo, I don't know. I guess it's okay, but I don't know. The hype made it seem like it was going to be something really cool.
Yeah.
But it's kind of whatever.
No,
and it's basically the same colors. But
so.
I guess, if I was in Winnipeg and I was a Jets fan, I'd probably buy something. But the fact that they've sold that much stuff and they haven't even released the jerseys yet is... Because each jersey is going to be like $150 bucks a pop.
Well, maybe we'll see Winnipeg break even this year. That's what we'd like to see. The NFL lockout is over, thank God. And that meant a lot of action on the personnel front this week. It was a huge free agency window there. It was nuts for a little while. And it's still going, that's for sure.
Still going, absolutely.
What has been the biggest couple of moves so far?
Well, just this weekend, Randy Moss retired.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a big one because he was one of those kind of enigmatic, I think he bounced around 3 teams this past season. He was really good, but there was other things that made him difficult or what have you. Ocho Cinco to the Patriots. Albert Hainsworth to the Patriots. He had a bit of a struggle last year with the Redskins. He couldn't pass the fitness test, and then he ended up getting suspended for the final 4 games by the team for detrimental conduct.
Yeah.
Donovan McNabb to the Vikings. That was kind of an interesting one. After 1 season in Washington. Santonio Holmes, 5 years, $50 million, $24 million guaranteed. Yeah, the players are making too much money. We really got to rein in the spend.
And there we go. That's what did it. I like it. Exactly. That's fantastic.
Lots of Puzo, so it's an exciting time if you're an NFL fan and you've been dying for news all summer.
This is it. Apparently, Ocho Cinco is going to get his number 85 there with the Patriots, and he doesn't even have to pay for it. That's what I was going for there. Apparently, he doesn't even have to pay for it. He's going to get it scot-free, so good for him, because, not like he's making a lot of money.
He'd seem a bit silly with another number, wouldn't he?
Exactly.
Have to change his name.
Exactly. Staying in the football realm, but in the CFL, the Edmonton Eskimos won a 26-25 nail-biter over the Toronto Argonauts this week. It was a good game. Toronto was up, and then the Eskimos came back, and then Toronto couldn't make the drive right at the end of the game. But now the Eskimos are 5-0 for the first time since 1980. It's what a great turnaround from last year. People are watching. The city's excited. It's absolutely fantastic.
It feels good, doesn't it? We've had some tough times here in Edmonton with our pro sports teams, and the way the Eskimos are playing right now is just great. Like it's all clicking for them, and boy, it's nice to see. And that it's also nice to see the way they're winning.
Yeah.
Because a come from behind win like that is always great too. It's a definite boost for the team.
Absolutely. We're going to move on to the GABBYs now. These are good and bad by you. We take the best and the worst in the world of sport, and usually we make fun of it. We're going to start off with a good to Minnesota Vikings punter Chris Kluwe. We mentioned that Donovan McNabb had just been dealt to the Vikings. Since both players wear number 5, Kluwe is offered to give it up to McNabb if McNabb promises to make at least 5 press conference mentions of his band Tripping Icarus. Does that seem fair, sir?
You know what? That seems fair to me. That's
I like
pretty good. It's an interesting way to give up your number. I guess he's since given it up, so that's good.
Yep.
I just can't wait to see if he follows through with the Tripping Icarus references.
McNabb's a pretty fun guy. He can be a pretty fun guy. I wonder if he's going to do it in kind of, fun ways. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that last drive reminded me of the bass line of my favorite Tripping Icarus song.
That's exactly it.
It was steady, and it was just a high tempo, and,
fantastic.
So that would be a fun way to do it.
Exactly.
All right, a good as well to LA Angels pitcher Ervin Santana, who pitched a no-hitter Wednesday against the Indians. He struck out 10 for the third no-hitter in the majors this season, the first since '84 for the Angels. Here's an interesting tidbit, though, Jeff. Santana made his MLB debut against the Indians back in '05. He gave up a cycle in the first 4 at-bats, single, double, triple, and a homer. So a bit of a turnaround for old Santana.
Yeah, it's nice to see Santana, grow, and go from
what's next?
Exactly, and go for the no-no. Good for him. I liked. We saw the year of the pitcher last year, and it'll be nice to see a few more this year. I love watching those things. How about a good to the Seattle Mariners? They snapped a 17-game losing streak this week against the Yankees of New York. Those long streaks aren't fun, and we all know about those too much here in Edmonton, the city of champions.
Like we said, it's been a tough couple of years.
That's
here.
Right. If you're gonna go to that far, though, wouldn't you almost rather go a little further and at least set the record, Jim?
Well, that's the thing, right? You're like 4 wins away from the longest losing streak ever. But for them, they're just like a team that was also really bad.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I'd almost rather be those guys lost 24 in a row.
That's right.
You remember them? No.
24.
These guys lost 17. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Yeah.
Nothing.
Longest losing streak since 2011. That's the best they'll get.
Yeah, exactly. I like it.
All right, a bad goes to MLB umpire Jerry Meals. Now, this was an interesting one. He picked a bad time to blow a call, Jeff.
Yeah.
Tuesday night, bottom of the 19th inning, Pirates and Braves, clear tag at home plate, like feet from home plate. Yeah. Called the guy safe. Now, that's bad, but also a bad to the fans and other people who were death-threatening this guy and his family.
Yeah.
It's not like it's the World Series. I mean, I don't want to say it's just a game, because I know we all take things a little seriously sometimes, but in baseball, there's a lot of games.
Yeah, there are. He was really safe, though. Like, really safe.
He was very safe.
Yes.
Like, airbags kind of safe.
Exactly. But no, you're right.
It seemed like this guy just wanted to go to bed.
It's like it's 19th inning. I'm tired. All right, we're done. A bad is going to go to the United States government, who lost their bid to be. So, sorry, bad goes out to the United States government. Sorry, guys, folks, that's all me right here. So the Ugandan Little League baseball team, they were about to become the first team from Africa to play in the Little League World Series. Some discrepancies over players' ages and birth dates caused the State Department to deny visas to the kids. So they didn't get to come. They didn't get to come at all. Kids who their first pair of shoes ever was a pair of cleats. I understand the need for rules on this kind of thing, but at least bring the kids over. Let them play an exhibition game. Maybe they don't play in the Little League World Series, but come on, let them play.
It's a tough situation.
It is. They got to have rules for a reason.
Maybe a couple players kind of ruining it for the whole group.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
That's a tough one. We have to give it that as well, though, to Tiger Woods. He's decided to enter the upcoming PGA Championship without longtime caddy Steve Williams, who's been with him for 12 years. Messy. Absolutely brutal. Williams hasn't made any money in 2 years and stood by Woods, who I think we can agree has gone through a bit of a downfall. And, to kind of ditch him like that doesn't seem nice of Tiger.
No, and the announcement was just over the website. I mean, I'm sure Steve heard straight from Tiger, but, then he went on the ESPN and he wasn't very happy. And, he stood beside Tiger for 2 years, not making any money, not making any money with Tiger. And it would have been nice, with the PGA Championship coming up, maybe give her one more try or something like that. It's not like it's Williams' fault.
On the bright side, he's writing a tell-all book.
Yes, absolutely. So, he'll make some money.
Yeah.
We're going to do a quick hit here, Jim. The Edmonton Corn Maze is open for another year, and this year it's in the shape of the World Junior Hockey Championship logo. Are you going to go?
Are you telling me to get lost?
Go get lost. Go get lost.
I would go, but I feel like I'm the kind of guy who would maybe die in there because no one would see me. You'd see me on a milk carton.
Two things.
I
One,
have corn all in my teeth.
I went there once, and it was the image of the Indy, like it was for the Indy, and they had the checkered flag. I got lost in the checkers of the checkered flag there. I was completely lost. And two, you would be the type of guy who would go in there, and all you would say the entire time is, "If you build it, they will come."
I'd walk around with a bat and a mitt.
Looking for shoeless Joe Jackson.
You're probably right. That's a good idea.
That is a good idea. All right, folks, on that fantastic note, our 15 Minutes of Fame are up for this week. Join us again next week when we get a whole new 15 Minutes of Fame. In the meantime, I'm Jeffrey Driscoll.
And I'm Jim Kerr.
Have a good week, folks.